Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment with me, BringItDon. So we're going to head back to the Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts, because Quell said there might be a woman here who knows something about Ravel and her key, or a piece of Ravel. If you remember, there was a woman here that we talked to, and she refused to speak of Ravel. And I think she actually got upset when we spoke. I think it was Kessai-serris. It may have been Delora. I think Delora was a construct, though. Casaya-serris, or Serris, I'm going to call her Serris, Kessai-serris, smiles warmly as you draw near her, pushing a wavy lock of hair away from her bright crimson eyes. Well, greetings once again. Something I can do for you? I had some questions. Casaya blinks her crimson eyes at you, awaiting your question. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? No, nothing. Are you sure? You seem suddenly upset. She narrows her red eyes at you. Of course I'm sure. Don't ask me of her again. Yeah, so she seems awfully upset. Now, something I'm curious about. We never cured the silent prostitute. I think her name was Echo? So I'm going to find her and potentially find a solution to that. Maybe she can tell me something that I don't know already? I thought she was in one of these rooms. One of these two right here. Maybe she wanders around? I'll just check one more time and then we'll run around and see if we can't find her. Oh, there she is. This striking young woman has skin the color of burnished copper. A translucent white dress, held precariously by golden clasps, is draped carefully over her shapely form. Greetings again. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair, sweetly perfumed, fills your nostrils. I had some questions. She nods. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? Her eyes flash as she smiles. She nods at you. What? What do you know of her? She simply looks at you. May I ask why you can't communicate? She sighs and softly and nods. Are you silent because of a broken heart? No. Do you know the word that will undo the multiverse if it's spoken? Her eyes widen in surprise. Then she gives you a beaming smile, rolling her eyes and shaking her head. May I ask if it was something else then? She sighs softly and nods. I don't know why I'm trying to put "and" before softly there. Are you silent because of a broken heart? She smiles pleasantly and shakes her head. May I ask if it was something else then? Why can't I... Maybe I need to ask more people about her. I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. Let's see. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute? Echo? Eve frowns thinking. I once heard a tale of a girl who knew the word that, if spoken, would undo the multiverse. Perhaps this is Echo. Ask Delora, though. I understand that she sometimes meets with one who knew Echo before she stopped speaking. Okay.
Alright.
Delora... Maybe she's more willing to help me now because I helped her, because I got her the keys to her heart. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute?
Updated my journal.
Boom. Alright. Yes. Her name is Echo. Her voice, and in fact her every means of communication, was stolen and destroyed. Made that into one word. Echo's words once wooed away the paramour of the gobbling Paramisha. Paramisha, in a jealous rage, tore away Echo's voice, sealed it within a crystal vial, and hurled it into a Megagalamdragasma. Megagalamdragasma. Okay. Echo's voice is forever lost to her. Only another new voice could return to her the ability to communicate once more. I know this because I spoke to Paramisha's paramour myself once. Well, who's Paramisha's paramour? Oh, I guess if I guess it. Because she's giving me the chance to guess why she can't speak. Some questions. May I ask why you can't communicate? Was your voice stolen?
Updated my journal.
She nods vigorously, clasping her hands together and smiling at you. Do you know of any way to get your voice back? She shakes her head, her face wrought with frustration. Man. She suddenly looks at you pleadingly, as if expecting an answer. I need to know your name to ask about your voice. Is it Echo?
Updated my journal.
She nods, smiling pleasantly. Val, I swear I'll look for a way to return your voice. Echo nods to you slowly, smiling at you with eyes full of gratitude. I'll look for something that would give you a voice then. Farewell, Echo.
Updated my journal.
So if I was not mistaken, didn't I have a tongue that could... Yeah, this. It's a fiend's silvery tongue floating in a jar of brine. It said that once placed in the mouth of any living thing, it will give the ability of speech, even if there was none before. Right? Echo looks at you hopefully as you approach her, biting her lower lip, and of course it shows up now. I've got this fiend's tongue for you. She raises her eyebrow and gives you a skeptical look. I'm told that, should you place it in your mouth, you'll regain the ability to communicate. She nods and takes the bottle from you. She gingerly picks out the severed tongue from the briny solution, and after staring at it for a moment in disgust, places it into her mouth. Suddenly, her eyes widen, and there is a burst of reddish light from between her lips. I'll just wait for her response. Echo opens her mouth, closes it, then opens it once more, and speaks. I can speak again. Oh joy. I van darn thee to the darkest of pits, thou stench-ridden worm. Kneel before me in supplication and sect. Yikes. Huh? Echo yelps and covers her mouth with both hands. Her eyes are wide with panic. It must be the fiend's tongue.
Updated my journal.
She slowly takes her hands away from her mouth, nodding. It seems I must devour thy frail shell and consign thy soul to the abyss for all eternity. Thou shalt serve in my battle thrall till the plains grind to a halt. Thou art mine, mine, my. Echo shuts her mouth again and begins to softly, quietly weep. Wait, try using these Davis tears. They should soothe the tongue's cursing.
Updated my journal.
Okay, well, yeah, let's just waste all my money on her. That's fun. She nods, smiling, and takes the vial from you. Echo places a few of the sparkling blue drops onto her tongue. I believe the tears are working. Yes, they are. I can speak in my own voice once more. Oh, how I thank you. Echo squeezes your hand and bows her head gratefully, her eyes welling with tears of joy. It was my pleasure to help. Farewell, Echo. But I should be able to ask... Echo waves pleasantly to you as you approach. Greetings, sir, and well met once more. Hello, Echo. I had some questions. She nods. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? Echo nods and lowers her voice. In fact, I do. Not only does she exist, she has children. She what? Where would I find them?
Updated my journal.
One of them is here at times. Kessai-serris, son of a gun, I knew it. She's a child of Ravel's, though she is loath to accept the fact. Who could blame her? She pauses for a moment thinking. I've never gotten her to admit it, though I am sure tis true. What are you doing here? We can actually talk to her now. I'm a student here, as are all the prostitutes. We seek to better learn the art of language in order to stimulate the minds, to heighten our awareness of ourselves and others, and to create new ways of experiencing another person. She pauses, lost in thought. Go on. Well, I've been without the ability to speak for so long. Most patrons came to me seeking someone to listen, someone attentive and capable of understanding them, that they could speak to, free of interruption, and the like. Now that I can speak once more, I wonder if the time has come for me to move on, leave the brothel and become a sensate. A sensate? A member of the Society of Sensation. Ask Fall from Grace, or someone at the Civic Fest Hall if you would know more of them. Can you tell me about this place? The brothel is a school of sorts, where young women, the prostitutes, she gives a wry smile, study the art of language and its subtleties, as our Mistress Grace might say, generally en route to becoming sensates. The brothel runs on the donations of its many patrons, who come here seeking something more than base physical pleasure in the company of a woman. And that's it. Okay.
Done.
Cool. Alright, kessai-serris. Spill the beans. Alright, I know she... Oh, there she is. One moment. I've already read this. Kessai, are you Ravel's daughter? Kessai suddenly bares her teeth, her eyes narrowing to slits of blazing crimson. What? Where'd you hear such a thing? Just a rumor, that's all.
Updated my journal.
Ridiculous. I think I'd know if that wicked hag was my own mother. Now stop bothering me about it. Who is your mother, then? I don't know, alright? My father raised me. I never knew her. But do I look like a night hag to you? Well... No, of course not. Kessai-serris glares at you, her eyes blazing. Perhaps I'll speak later, but I'm no longer in the mood. Farewell. Alright. I'm gonna say it's just a rumor, and then I'm gonna say... Who's your mother then? I'm like, well, there is the skin, and the eyes, and maybe the teeth too. Alright, that doesn't work. Echo told me. Okay, so she's not gonna give in here. Okay, so she's not gonna... Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do then. How do I prove it? Okay, so it wants me to prove it. I don't know. Do I have to go to the...
Right.
I have to go talk to Ravel? Let me go talk to Ravel. Because I can talk to her via the, sensory stone and the thing, right?
Done.
I'll give that a shot. I'll go talk to the sensory stone, see if Ravel will be like, oh, here's the proof. I don't know how I would do that, though. Though there is that painting.
Done.
Maybe she doesn't know what Ravel looks like. Because there's a painting in the art gallery. Wait, no, I need to go back and talk to the Splinter. Maybe I need to show her the painting?
I'm gone.
Alright, Ravel, I need to know... Okay, Ravel, I have returned. There is silence. Ravel, it is I, again. Ah, my precious man. There is a slow shuffling of feet, and you feel a sharp pinprick. Okay, we've already read all this. No, we've already talked to all this. Okay.
Done.
Well, that doesn't help me. Maybe... Maybe I could talk to Eves about it? Back in the brothel? Or any of the women? Maybe one of the women had seen something take place?
All right.
Oh, okay, so there's a new question. She looks annoyed, fine, whatever you ask. Alright, we've already read all that. Anyway, I heard that Casaya-serris is Ravel's daughter. Is that true? She shrugs. As far as I know, yes. She looks suddenly suspicious. Why? I asked her about it, and she denied it. So? Not as if it's any of your business in the first place. Perhaps not. Okay, maybe I need to get, like, a consensus? Oops. I heard that Casaya-serris is Ravel's daughter. Is that true?
Updated my journal.
Boom. Once upon a time, an elderly man from the clerk's ward vanished, and his body could not be found. To conceal it, the murderer buried him beneath another body in a cemetery. The diviner told of where the body could be found, and so they dug, and uncovered a body, but not that of the elderly man. They were confounded. They were forced to release the man, and it was not until they continued to dig to rebury the older man's body that they found the second body. Sometimes one must dig deeply to find the truth. Okay, what does that mean? Like, what? How deeply must I dig? Can I confront her about it now? Alright, I'm gonna keep asking. More women? Maybe we could ask Fall from Grace. I mean, she was the matriarch of this area, so... I heard that Casaya-serris is Ravel's daughter. Is that true?
Updated my journal.
Livia nods, lowering her voice. I too have heard such rumor. To explain the red eyes, the unusual tone of her skin. I know not if such gossip is true, however. Inquire of Juliet. She was once Kessai-serris' best friend, until Juliet fell in love with Montague. Okay, well that gives me my next direction. I had no idea they were actually labeled. Make it so much easier. Hi, Juliet. I heard that Casaya-serris is Ravel's daughter. Is that true?
Updated my journal.
Ravel. Ah, I thought I might have heard that name before. I know not the truth of it, but I have heard such a rumor. Then I wish to ask Kessai-serris that very same question. They are half-sisters, thou see. Are they? Interesting. Okay.
Done.
That's why she said it was none of my business. That's fair. It isn't. But I do need to figure out who I am. Let's see. I heard you're Kessai-serris' half-sister. Is that true? Yes. I'm related to that chubby, mewling, hook-nosed daydreamer. Same father, different mothers. So? I was hoping you could help me find out if Casaya is really Ravel's daughter.
Updated my journal.
Kamaxi frowns at you. Normally I'd load to help you like this, but I have a feeling it'd upset that flirting, printing doxy good and well. Tell her to ask our father. He's a powerful champion, so she ought to be able to call him right then and there. That'll get you your answer. Cambion? Yes, Cambion. Kamaxi rolls her eyes. Didn't hear me the first time? Ears all stopped up with the last of your brains running out of them? I'm asking what one is. My, you're clueless. She shakes her head sadly, tutting all the while. A half-fiend, Merc. Sort of like you, but you're half-dung, I think. You smell it at any rate. Better that than half you, Kamaxi. You wish you were half Kamaxi, Sod. Even if you ended up with a goat's bum on your shoulders, it'd be better than that scarred-up face of yours. Alright, well.
Alright.
Let's go talk to, Casaya again. It's a lot of back and forth stuff, but I like it. I like actually having to investigate a little bit. Something that Call of Cthulhu didn't do a good job of. Did I walk right past her? Kessai. Kessai-serris? Are you here? These are her chambers, but she's oh, there she is. Maybe I'm just not seeing her. I had some questions. Casaya blinks her crimson eyes at you. What are you? Okay. Casaya, I talked to Kamaxi. She told me she's your half-sister and that Ravel's your mother. Casaya snarls, her eyes blazing with malice. That hells. How I loathe that woman. Do you even believe that sort of tripe? She says that you deny it, and in fact you may not know it. Or in fact may not know it, but that it's true. She said you could ask your father, that he would tell you.
Updated my journal.
Casaya stares at you silently for a time. Give me a moment. She turns from you and begins to mutter softly. The air seems to shimmer around her slightly and fills with a coppery smell, like warm blood. Wait patiently. I'm not gonna eavesdrop. Casaya remains turned away from you for a moment before finally coming to face you. I did not want to believe that wicked hag may have been my mother. I have lived long. I do not appear to age and have disturbing dreams, sometimes. She shudders. But still, I do not wish to be the inheritor of the evil she caused, nor draw the lady's gaze as my mother did. Such evil things she did. Tell me what you know of her, will you? I heard that she would pose impossible riddles to people, riddles she could answer but no one else could. She would devour the person if they answered incorrectly, or leave them dangling in her horrifying gardens as examples to all. Those few who somehow escaped, she tormented in their dreams, riding them like steeds, breaking their wills and hurling their souls into the colorless oblivion of the Great Waste. And go on. Her magic was said to be beyond anything most had ever seen. It was imagination woven from nightmare, and given substance. Stone and solid shapes bent to her will like soft clay. The laws of the plains would bend beneath her feet, and from nothing she could weave illusions, and from illusion weave realities that could horrify and kill and confound. Go on. She was a mistress of all the dark arts, mistress and master of them all. She hounded a governor that dared quote sigil law to her with shadows that devoured him, all but his tongue, his fingers, and the flesh of his face. She turned mercy killers inside out, and shattered buildings of those who displeased her. terrible, terrible powers are at her command. Go on. She changed her shape like water, and used it to destroy some for amusement, and to steal knowledge from others. She is a monster, like all that has been spawned from the Great Waste. And go on. In the end, she threatened to open the cage to let the fury of the plains come rolling in like a wave. Fortunately, she did not succeed. She existed solely to cause malice. I do not know if she is dead, but I know now that she was my mother. Kessai's shoulders slump and her head hangs down. Oh, that I had tears that I could weep with sorrow. Try to comfort her. She suddenly falls into your arms, shuddering as if she were racked with sobs. For a time, Kessai simply stands there clinging to you, but then she pushes away. Thank you, but I'll be fine. I just need some time to think about it, that's all. I hate to ask this now, but I need you to give me a piece of yourself, Casaya. She looks alarmed. Pardon? The portal key to Ravel's maze is a piece of her, and you are of her blood. It is close enough. Kasai gasps. You intend to seek her out? Her surprise quickly changes to an expression of wariness. What would you need of me? Your blood, most likely. Only a drop or two, I'm sure. She nods. But, do you have some way to carry it? A piece of cloth, like a handkerchief or something, you know? Yes, here.
Updated my journal.
40,000. Kasai takes the handkerchief and gingerly pricks the top of her... Oh my goodness, I can't read. Kasai takes the handkerchief. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Kasai takes the handkerchief and gingerly pricks the tip of her finger with one of her fangs. After letting several drops of blood soak into the cloth, she returns it to you. You're placing yourself in grave danger, you know. Even if the stories of my mother are greatly exaggerated, she's horribly powerful and completely evil. Good luck. Yes, so I've heard. Thanks and farewell.
You know, I've learned some new tricks.
And we got a level up. Perfect. Oops. I'm getting pretty close to level 12. Alright, I guess we activate the portal next, and you unfold the shimmering metal, and immediately it begins crackling with life. It begins forming itself into a metallic circle, hovering in the air. There's something in your possession that has activated this portal. You get the feeling that you probably ought to make sure you have everything you need. You might not be coming back in Sigil for a long time. Back to Sigil? Screw it. Step to the portal. Ooh, Ravel's maze. Okay.
Alright.
Guess we'll begin exploring. Trigits.
Error. What's up?
Yes, it's
He's fighting back.
Yeah.
Another one. I assume that this was a dead end. I was wrong. Okay.
You father of trolls.
They don't drop anything, so that's disappointing. Alright, so this whole area is just a... okay.
What? Stupid yabo. Necessary efficient strike. What's up, Chief? You blathering idiot. What's the word, Chief? Error. Error.
Damn.
Pain into my eyes.
Don't have a lot of experience. I like how they get cut down like trees. That's really cool. Alright, so they have traps. Let's
Alright.
try her own detect traps, I guess. Might save me some hassle. Thinking maybe not.
What's up? Imbecile.
Done.
Can I cross right here? Okay. It's hard to tell where I can cross because it looks like it's just a dead end. Like like a wall. So I'm assuming she's gonna be... I'll assume that she's in the center, so I'll try to avoid going to the center first.
Yeah. God.
Oh, just like 11 damage.
Huh? Joke on a bone.
You guys aren't too bad, mostly because they don't live very long. They do have... Saying, step back through the portal.
Mort, like Latin. Like that. Women are the reason I became.
He's like, oh, make sure you have everything you need before you go. But you can just leave if you want.
Done.
I guess I should make sure that I can before I start talking smack.
You know what? We should get filthy sod.
I'm gone.
Oh, wait a second. It might not be as simple as I thought it was. Okay. So there are portals spread throughout. Are they marked?
A moment's peace. What a perfectly good waste of arm space.
All right.
What's up?
It's not like the portal or the maze is gonna be as simple as I thought it was.
Crime scum.
I'm gone. Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Leatherhead.
All right.
So there's probably one in each of the
Huh?
half cardinal directions.
Like that.
I don't actually know what to call them that regard.
All right.
It's like northwest, southwest, northeast, northwest.
What?
The in-betweeners. The in-betweeners.
All right.
So wait, was there not one down here? Maybe I didn't go far enough to the side to see it. But it's possible there's only 3 of them. But maybe I can go down here. Well, I can't click over there, so maybe not. Nothing's revealed. Okay. Oh, well there's Ravel. She doesn't look so intimidating. I kind of want to check out the portals first and see where they take me. But I'm going to finish clearing out the map before I go and talk to her.
What's up, Chief?
And we might wait till next episode to talk to her, because I have a feeling it's going to be a very long conversation.
Twice as ugly.
And I don't like stopping in the middle of conversations.
What's the word, Chief? Joke on a bone, you witless ape. Error. Error.
Aye. I'm gone.
Good job, team.
What's up?
This is really the only spell you need is Mort's Taunt.
I'm gone.
I mean, it reduces their attack rolls, their armor class, and it forces them to chase him and go into melee range. If it's a spellcaster, they're already
50
neutered.
swigs of brandy
If
would make you look good.
and then if it's a melee
All right.
creature anyway, you can just kite around with Mort, forcing him to chase him while your teammates just slaughter them. So. It's really just a win-win-win. Alright, Tridget. Come here.
Huh? You dog's body.
All right.
So I'm wondering if the portals will just take us to like the other portals. Oh, wait, was that an enemy? It was.
Mort, like Latin. These
Damn.
stinkers.
I'm gone.
Let's test out these portals real quick. I'm curious. Oh, quick save.
Portal detected.
Yeah, so just took us up here. Where? But do these guys just keep spawning? Can you
Women
farm
are the
infinite
reason I
experience
became a
here?
monk. We're sheer
I mean, 750 a pop.
Hit them up.
We'd be here for the rest of our lives. Yeah, so it just takes you to a portal to the left. Alright. Well, we have nothing else to do, and I don't want to start Ravel's conversation yet, so I might have to call the episode here. In the next episode, we'll speak to Ravel. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.